Shalom. This is Yair Davidiy speaking to you from Jerusalem, the capital of Israel and the future capital of the world. I'm speaking to you on behalf of Brit-Am, Hebrew Nations, an organization that finds the lost 10 tribes to be amongst Western peoples. The nations amongst whom we find descendants of lost 10 tribes include all those peoples who are of Western civilization and Western heritage, who are at the peripheries, at the ends, the extremities, continental extremities of the earth. Australia, New Zealand, Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, the Netherlands, Belgium, France, Switzerland, Ireland, Scotland, England, Wales, also Canada, the USA, South Africa. And we're not saying that everyone in these areas is descended from Israelites. We're saying that is where the Israelites are to be found. According to historical researchers, the Israelites were divided into two different sections. The northern section, comprising the majority of the Hebrew peoples of the 10 tribes, were taken away by the Assyrians and they lost consciousness of their ancestry. They became the lost 10 tribes of Israel. Historically, we can trace them through various paths of migration. They moved, some of them by ship, some of them overland, but they moved to the north or to the west or directly to the west. All events, whatever pathway they took, they all converged in the same areas. They created the Western peoples, and amongst these peoples we find the lost 10 tribes, and these are the areas where they are to be found. These are the areas where the Bible places them, and where they may be identified as cohesive entities. We have numerous proofs concerning the lost 10 tribes being in these regions, and all of the proofs need to be taken as a whole. All have to be taken all together. But nevertheless, each proof is, in its own right, is important and tells us something and proves the case. So one of the proofs is a identifying factor that the Bible repeats several times over. The lost 10 tribes will be at the ends of the earth. They will be at the extremities of the earth. The land of Israel was considered the center of the earth. The land of Israel was considered the geographical center of the whole world. And from there, everything else radiated out according to the Bible. And areas that are at the ends of the geographical extremities, taking Jerusalem, taking the land of Israel as the center, these are the ends of the earth. And this is what the Bible tells us. We have concerning Joseph, Moses said, Deuteronomy in 33 verses 13 to 17. Of Joseph he said, "Blessed of the Lord be his land, for the precious things of heaven, for the dew and for the deep, the croucheth beneath, for the precious fruits," and so on, "the chief things of the ancient mountains and the everlasting hills of the earth and the fullness thereof, the goodwill of him that dwells in the bush. His glory is like the firstling, the firstborn of the bull, and his horns are like the horns of a unicorn, like the horn of a unicorn. With them he shall push the peoples together unto the ends of the earth. They are the 10,000s of Ephraim, and they are the thousands of Manasseh." So we see here that Joseph was promised agricultural bounty, a great agricultural wealth, mineral resources, a favourable climate, and he was also associated with the people being pushed towards the ends of the earth. The ends of the earth are these areas. The ends of the earth include Scandinavia, they include the Netherlands, they include France, they include the British Isles, North America, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. These areas are all at the geographical extremities. They all literally are at the ends of the earth. The very name England in French is called Angleterre, meaning literally the end of the earth. And this is what it says. This is what there is. It says, the Katzot Haaretz in Hebrew. That's what the name of the Katzai Haaretz, Katzot Haaretz, in plural, and the singular end of the earth, ends of the earth. These are the areas where the lost 10 tribes are to be found. David himself said in the Psalm 61 verses 2 to 3, "From the end of the earth will I cry unto you, When my heart is overwhelmed, and lead me to the rock that is higher than I, that thou hast been a shelter for me and a strong tower from the enemy. Now Isaiah 49:6, the tribes of Jacob are especially linked with the ends of the earth. Isaiah 49:6, it says, it is a light thing you should say, be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and restore the preserved of Israel, also give you for light to the Gentiles, that you may be my salvation unto the end of the earth. Isaiah 49:6. So here we have the tribes of Jacob and the preserved of Israel, meaning the 10 tribes of Israel. This is also confirmed by rabbinical exegesis, rabbinical commentaries, saying that this refers to the 10 tribes, or connecting these verses with the 10 tribes. And here we can, according to the simple sense and literal meaning, that's what it is implying. And these ends of the earth, these tribes of Jacob, these preserved of Israel, will be at the end of the earth. We also have the name of Ireland. When the island had several classical names, in the classical writings. The Irish are quite accomplished from a literary point of view. In fact, they are, the head of population, they are very well, highly accomplished, even though not everyone is aware of it. And they have a strong tradition of legends and of a very wealthy culture behind them. There's several names in the classical sources of the Irish applied to their country. One of these names is Creoch Fuinde, or I don't know however they want to pronounce it, but it means the remote country, or the limit of the world. In other words, the end of the earth. So the Irish themselves, and amongst the Irish we do find descendants of the Israelite tribes. And not only that, from Ireland came many of the peoples who now live in Scotland and Wales, Western England, and also in the USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and so on. And so what applies to the Irish applies to all those who are related to them. And you may say that end of the earth can mean a lot of things. It could mean Japan, it could mean areas of Siberia, Arctic Ocean, and so on. But Isaiah places an adjectival factor to this description. He says in Isaiah 41:8-9, "You Israel, my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend, whom I have taken from the ends of the earth and called you from the most noble parts thereof," Atzileia in Hebrew. So not only will the Israelites be at the end of the earth, or the extremities of the continental masses, they'll also be in the best areas, in the most healthy, salubrious regions. Now, says that not only will the Israelites be at the ends of the earth, but they will be in the most salubrious regions of the earth. In other words, not only the geographical extremities, but those geographical extremities that are most conducive to human health, such as New Zealand, Australia, Scandinavia, British Isles, and so on. It says in Isaiah 41:8-9, "You Israel, my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend." It continues, "I've taken you from the ends of the earth and called you from the most noble parts thereof, from the best places of the earth." Atzileia. So here we have the blessing. The Israelites in the end times will be found at the ends of the earth, and will be found in the best parts of the earth. And this is a proof. This is a proof as to where the Israelites will be, and we have to take it to heart. There's one proof out of many, but it is a strong point of evidence in its own right. It tells us where the Israelites will be, and that is where we do find the Israelites. And there's no getting around it. This is where the Israelites must be, and this is where they are to be searched for. This is where we find them. And the God of Israel bless all of you. Thank you.